Welcome back to the VB.NET tutorials, and today we are going to work with two controls, the text boxes and command button, understand how they work and what can we do with these. We will start by working with by developing a simple application which you already have, that's the calculator. So first of all, we create a new application. As you remember from the last time, you go to the file menu and from that you select a new project, and the new project window appears. Here you select Windows Form application and give it the name here calculator. Finally we hit the OK button, wait a few seconds, and there we go. Now the workspace is displaying our graphical user interface, which is the form. First of all, when we look at our form, we see it has the title Form 1. It's not convenient to have our calculator displaying that name, so we will change this. If you remember, we used the properties window before to change things related to our design. So we will go after clicking on the form once, we will go to the properties window. As you see here, it's displaying the properties of form 1. We will search for the text property and change that into my calculator and hit enter. So if you check your window again, you will find that it's displaying my calculator as its title. Okay, we'll change its size a little bit, and now let's start with the display of our calculator. In order to display data to the user, we will use a text box. Now from the toolbox menu, search for control called text box. Controls are sorted alphabetically, so no problem with that, and it should be here. There it is. Now drag the text box into the form, and there it is. Now change its size like this. So this is your text box. The problem with this text box right now, actually, when you start your calculator, it should display the number 0. This one doesn't display anything at all. So to change what it is displaying, we will search for its text property. If you noticed a moment ago, we changed the text property for the form. Now we are changing the text property for the text box, and we write 0. Make sure you don't write extra spaces or anything, because this will later on cause problems if you press spaces like these. Okay, so only 0 and enter. Now come back to the form and let's check this a little bit more. Now this 0, the display, it's aligned to the left, and the calculator usually display the numbers aligned to the right. To do this, go to the properties window of the text box and search for the align property. I think it's text align. Let's see. It's text align. So it's aligned to the left. We'll change this and select the right. Now if you check your text box, you see it's displaying the data aligned to the right. Now we'll make a simple test by pressing the run button to see how it works. So this is our calculator, although it doesn't have much yet. Now if you press anything, you can display you can change what's in the display, and this is not convenient. We should prevent users from entering data into our calculator from the keyboard directly. And to do this, it's quite easy actually. Come back to your development environment and make sure you selected the text box. Now, if you check the properties, you will find there's something called read only, and that's set to false. Read only means that the text in the text box cannot be changed, and actually any of the properties you can check what it stands for from this description down here. Anyway, so we will change this one into true, and as you can see here, now all the text boxes changed. So when we run the application and try to add anything, we cannot. Now it's working fine and as expected, but the problem with that, its background color is inconvenient. We want it to be white so that it's more like it, let's say. Okay, so in order to change the background color, you search for a property called BackColor. This is it. And when you open this one, you will find there are system colors. You can select any of these, and of course those will change when the system colors are manipulated by you. In other words, if you change the themes and XP and things like that, it will affect the colors of the background. However, we don't want that. We want it to be a fixed color. So select custom and select the white color. And from here you can see that there it is. So up to now we just finished the display of our calculator. We'll start working with buttons. The buttons are quite easy to work with. So we will drag a button and drop it here. Now we'll change the size to be something like this. Okay. Right now we don't want it to be with this color and this size, so we will change it a little bit. First of all, we will change the color to be something like this. As you can see here, this is how it's gonna look like. And we don't want it to display button 1, we want it to display a number. So we will search for the text property again and change it to 1. As you have noticed now, the text property is available for the phone, for the text box, and for the button, and it changes what it is displayed to the user. So if you understand this, you will find out that almost all the controls work the same way. If you understand most of those properties for one control, you can have a good understanding of all other controls this way. So what we have here also is that the numbers being displayed is very small. We want to make it a little bit bigger. So you will search for something called the font property, and for this, well, there it is. So you click the ellipse and we will select Courier New, set it to bold and size 20, give it an OK, and there it is. You'll find that the number is quite big and very visible. Anyway, this is the first number. If you want to do the same thing again and set the same sizes and things like that, it will take a while. So instead of doing so, we can do things faster. To remove this one, just click it once and press delete. Make sure you select it before pressing delete. And now